Good morning guys! July 20, 20 ng Hulyo 2024. Good morning, good morning, good morning. They say, time is gold, time is important, time is essential, time is money. So, ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon is about time. Gaano nga ba kahalaga ang oras? So, ganito lang yan. Imagine this. If you have all the time in the world, what would you do with your time? If time is precious, and time is gold, and time is money, what would you do with your time? Diba? We trade our time to those employed, like me. Yung mga empleyado po na kagaya ko, tinetrade natin yung oras natin sa trabaho in order for us to get paid. Basic yan. Very simple lang. 'Di ba? Papasok ka sa ayaw at sa gusto mo, sa oras na dapat pumapasok ka, sa ayaw at sa gusto mo. Kasi pag hindi ka pumasok, wala kang bayad. No work, no pay. So it's all about time. Yung oras mo na sana tulog ka pa, yung oras mo na sana gumagala ka, yung oras mo na sana nag-me time ka, nagpa-pamper ka ng self mo, you go to the places you want to go to, you spend it with people you want to spend it with, especially your loved ones and your family. Hindi mo yun magagawa kasi pinagpalit mo yung oras mo para dun sa mga bagay na yon, dun sa trabaho mo. Why? Because you need to do it. Why? Because you need money. That's why time is money. Time is precious. Time is gold. Okay. So, habang bata ka, you should realize this is for all those people who are still young. At 20s, guys. Ideally at 20s. Why? Kasi ngayon, nasa 20s yung gumagraduate. Even then, during our time, nasa 20s naman yung gumagraduate. Yun nga lang, 20. 'Di ba? Pag maaga-aga ka nga nun, 19 graduate ka na. Kaso ngayon with the K-12, na-prolong yung education system natin into 2 more years, plus 2 more years. So because of that, nasa 23, 24 ang age ng isang tao kapag siya na ay degree holder. Sa Philippine setting po ito. Now, ang point dun, nasayang na yung time mo, day. So because nasayang na yung time mo, kailangan mo na siyang apurahin. That's why may mga gumagraduate na parang hanggang pagka-graduate nila, ang akala nila finish na. The time is over for them to alam mo yon, to study. So, yun na yung end niya. But no, once you graduate, it's just the beginning of the real life. 'Di ba? Your real life. And because of that, yung mga gumagraduate, minsan, they take time para maghanap ng trabaho. Minsan, hindi nila naiisip agad yung, napaplano ka agad yung, ano nga ba gagawin ko pagkatapos ng graduation? Kasi tapos na nga, di ba? Tapos na yung pag-aaral. So, dapat before you graduate, na plano muna ng mabuti kung anong gagawin mo sa time mo pagkatapos mong graduate. Now, if you landed in a good job already, use your time well. Use your kabataan well. Kasi, hindi na yan babalik. Look at the clock. Paulit-ulit ko pong sinasabi yan. Clockwise po, di ba? Clockwise. What is something about time is that it goes on and on and on. We cannot stop it. It just goes on and on. Actually, even if you are employed, hindi mo namamalayan. As time passes by, tumatanda ka na lang sa trabaho mo. So if you become very comfortable with your job right now, and you've spent years and dekada sa trabaho mo, at sobrang komportable ka na ang inaantay mo na lang kada buwan ay yung sahod mo, and you do a routinary kind of job every single day of your life, darating po ang panahon pag hindi mo naiisip na ang dami mo na palang sinayang na time. Why? Kasi hindi ka na nag-grow. Kasi hindi ka na nag-develop. Kasi hindi mo na nakita yung potential mo. Kasi naging komportable ka at hindi mo na inisip kung anong mangyayari sa future. Again, investments. Invest sa sarili mo at invest ka dun sa time. para sa darating na mga future long-term plans, may plano ka, for example, retirement. Hindi po pwede na tumanda ka na sa trabaho mo, o let's say nasa gobyerno ka, fine, congratulations. Pero inabot ka na ng 40 years. I was talking to a friend last week, and I asked her, ilang taon ka na ba sa DepEd? And she said, 19 years. And I was like, what? 19 years? Kasi ako, bago lang po ako. Kasi nga, syempre, galing tayo ng abroad. But, nonetheless, still, feeling ko na sayang din yung oras ko abroad. Kasi 10 years din ako doon. So, while you are there, ayan, lumalabas yung cash flow quadrant ni Robert Kiyosaki, the ESBI. While you are employed, think of ways to multiply your skills, your talents, your growth. Sa mga ibang bagay, mag-venture ka, sayang yung time mo kung sa isang basket ka lang nakaupo. Okay? You sit in one job and then you do it for the rest of your life. Then you retire. Pag nag-retire ka na, lack of opportunities and lack of time na din. That's why, employment. While you are employed, think of a way para mamultiply yung hawak mong sahod. It's all about money, guys. It's all about money. It's all about time. So, while you are young, paganahin mo yung utak mo na mag-isip at i-expand mo, i-broaden mo yung knowledge mo at mag-isip ka, ano kayang didiskartehin ko sa buhay para yung time ko, imbes na maging isa lang ako, maging 4 siya. Paano yon? ESBI, the 4 quadrant, cash flow quadrant of Robert Kiyosaki, employment. Do not rely on single income source. Wag lang empleyado. Okay? Maganda kung empleyado ka kasi stable yung income mo. But wait, there's more. Pwede kang maging, pag self-employed kasi yung mga small businesses. Okay? But, self-employed, pwede mo nang gamitin yung skill mo. So, kunyari, empleyado ka, 8 to 5 job. Self-employment would mean you use your profession, talent, or your skill to do something na labas apart from your job. So, let's say, isa kang teacher, pwede ka mag-tutor. So, pwede siya online. Marami like 51 Talk, prinomote ko na, baka naman, charis. So, 51 Talk is an online platform for teachers to be tutors and they are paid per hour on an hourly basis and it's abroad. Singapore ang base niyan. So, pwede po yun. Ang daming mga online jobs like Bigo, for example. 'Di ba? So, live streaming for 3 hours every single day. I-add mo yun yung sa employment mo. So, that is self-employment. Okay? Using your time, your talent, your skill. That's number 2. So, aside from your employment, na sahod mo, meron kang extra income being self-employed. Next, business. Mag-isip ka ng business. Again, time is important. Bakit may timing yan? Maglaan ka ng time para i-study mo yung business plan. I am not saying I am very, very good or expert sa business planning kasi po, nalugi na kami ng ilang beses. That is why I am sharing with you, habang bata ka, mag-venture ka na sa negosyo. Bakit? Kasi bata ka pa, your age is your unfair advantage. Why? Simply because if you fail, it's okay, bata ka pa. Kasi pag 40s ka na, pag 50s ka na, especially pag 60s ka na at nag-retire ka, at doon mo palang iisipin magnegosyo, my God, wag mong isugal yung retirement benefits mo para inegosyo. Kung doon ka palang magne-negosyo at iniisip mo, saka na ako magne-negosyo pag nag-retire ako kasi doon pa lang ako magkakapera ng malaki. Yung lump sum na makukuha ko sa retirement pay ko, yun ang inenegosyo. Mali. Mali. Dalawang bagay, bakit mali? Kasi po, matanda ka na. Aminin natin, pag 60s ka na, mahirap mo nang patakbuhin yung negosyo mo kasi nga, wala na, lack of time na po yun. Pangalawa, kasi pag nagkamali ka, sinugal mo lahat doon, saan ka pa kukuha ng extra source of income mo? Retirement pay mo yon. Yun na yung last na bala mo. Ilalagay mo pa sa negosyo. Maling-mali. So habang bata ka, kahit maliit yung puhunan mo, isugal mo. Yes, sugal, kasi po ang pagnenegosyo is taking a risk. Lahat naman ng bagay sa mundo is taking a risk. 'Di ba? Even yung paggising mo sa umaga, ano ba gagawin ko ngayon? Planuhin mo yung oras mo. Sa trabaho ba, magiging productive ba ako? Everything is taking a risk. You take risk every single day. Pagtawid nga lang sa daan, para sa akin, malabong mata ko, I take risk. 'Di ba? As simple as that. So if you don't take risk in life, sabi nga nila, you have to risk it to get the biscuit. 'Di ba? So wala kang mapapala sa buhay kung puro ka lang alanganin, or bahala na, or walang plano, or sakana. The more you delay. Clockwise, yung oras, umiikot siya. So, dumadaan yung araw na nasa isip mo lang yung plano mo, na wishful thinking ka lang, hindi mo ginawa, sinayang mo yung kabataan mo, sinayang mo yung oras mo. Now, ES, employment, self-employment, next, business. Nagtayo ka ng business, na-fail ka. Okay, fine. When you fail, you learn your lessons. The more you fail, the more lessons you learn. That's okay. Basta wag mo lang ilagay lahat doon yung pera mo. Pag nagbi-business po tayo, po pwedeng test the waters muna. Yun yung mga kasabihan. Test mo muna yung waters kung okay siya. For example, kainan, magaling kang magluto. Please, mamuhunan po tayo sa isang negosyo na may passion tayo, may hilig tayo, na gusto natin. Kung may produkto tayo, gusto natin yung produkto. Tayo mismo sumusubok ng produkto kasi mahirap, kunyari, beauty products ang binebenta mo. Dahil hindi ka naman nagpapaganda. Paano ka magbebenta ng beauty products? Diba? Tapos, ang produkto mo is nakakaputi. O kunyari nakakaputi. Sabon pampaputi. Pero ayaw mong gamitin kasi parang duda ka. Parang trust the process, trust the business, trust your product, and you have to be the product. Kasi makikita dapat sa'yo, ay, bakit ganun? Ang negra-negra niya. Pero ang gamit niya, ang binebenta niya, sabong pampaputi. Diba? So parang, ano to, lokohan, scammer ka te. Diba? Wag ganun. So kailangan yung produkto mo, ikaw mismo. Ayun. So, okay na, magne-negosyo tayo. Pag nag-fail tayo, it's okay. You still have time. Diba? You have room for improvement. And bata ka pa, so that is your unfair advantage. That's why when you are on your 20s, you should be thinking already. Actually, may mga negosyante nga na sabi ko, anong kabataan ko, di ba? As young as elementary, nagbebenta ako ng mga bote, mga basyo ng mga toyo, suka, yan. Aside from my toyo ako minsan. Ganun. So, binibenta ko din yung bote, di ba? So, ganun po. Dapat itry natin. And I always say that the best way to make extra income is to sell. Di ba? Huwag mo lang ibenta yung kaibigan mo. Ang ibenta mo, produkto. Okay? Produkto, services. Skill mo, yung kaya mong gawin. Yung oras mo, i-trade mo. 'Di ba? Imbes na i-waste mo yung oras mo sa, eto na naman tayo, pakikimarites. Why not think of a way na, paano ko kaya gagamitin yung oras ko ngayong araw na to? Again, you are given 24 hours every single day. Pantay-pantay tayo ng opportunities. Pare-pareho tayong 24 hours. God gave us all 24 hours every single day. So what are you going to do with your 24 hours? If you are given 8 hours sa work, 9 hours, 7 hours sleep, or 8 hours, may 8 hours ka pang natira. So yun po yung gamitin natin para magkaroon ng self-employment opportunity, magkaroon ng business opportunity. And number 4 is very important, investment. Take note, these are the 4 keys, cash flow quadrant of Robert Kiyosaki, para maging successful, magkaroon ng winner mindset, para magkaroon ng financial comfortability. In order for you to be financially comfortable, kailangan meron ka ng 4. You are employed, you are self-employed, you have a business, and you are an investor. Bakit napakahalaga ng investment? Ayan na tayo. Investment is a long-term process, long-term plan. Okay? Retirement goals, travel goals, dream house goals, business goals, lahat po yan, ang pundasyon ay investment. And I would always say that real estate investment is the best, the safest, and it may be the quickest depending on the market, because ang lupa, never bumababa ang presyo. Yun. It can go with the inflation. Yan lang pong real estate investment ang kayang sabayan ang inflation rate. World market, world economy. That is why it's best. I am not saying because I'm a real estate salesperson, but yes, I'm a believer of that because I'm also an investor. Yun po. I'm not just a salesperson, I am also an investor. Ayan. So, sabi ko nga sa inyo, kung may produkto kayo, may serbisyo kayo ino-offer, kayo mismo alam nyo. Ganun po. So, especially rental business. Imagine this. Paulit-ulit kong sinasabi yan. Habang nagtatrabaho ka, yung negosyong binibuild mo, hindi para ngayon, kundi ilaan mo lahat sa real estate. Yun nga, pagpunta namin sa Baler, ang una ko talaga napansin, yung mga transient houses. So imagine this buying a beach property sa may Gonzaga. Tapos habang nagwo-work ka, inuunti-unti mong pinapatayo yung transient house mo. Real estate investment takes a long process. Time. You have to wait. Invest now and wait. Buy land now and wait. It is not an overnight success. Hindi po pwedeng, sayang yung pera ko natutulog lang dyan. Diba? Yung mga ibang hindi nakakaintindi sa real estate investment. Hindi po pwedeng flip ka ng flip sa property mo. Like, buy and sell. Ano yung kotse? Diba? Yung kotse, nagmamadali silang ibenta, yung mga buy and sell ng kotse. Kasi po ang value ng sasakyan, nagde-depreciate. Yun po yung dahilan. Huwag po nating ipareha at ikumpara yung pagbebenta ng sasakyan o pagbebenta ng cellphone o gadget dun sa pagbebenta ng lupa. Kasi pag bumili ka ng lupa, ang technique talaga dyan, invest, buy land, and hold and wait. You really have to wait. It's a long process, especially kung pre-selling, you buy it at a lower price, but dapat meron kang virtue of patience. You really have to wait. Hold mo siya. Big sabihin, wag mo siya ibenta agad, day. Wag ka nagmamadali. May lakad yung lupa, day. Kasi po, as time passes by, ayan na naman yung magic na word, time passes by, tumataas po ang value niyan. If you bought a property for 1 million today, July 20, 2024, by July 20, 2028, after 4 years, let's say, nasa iyo na ang title noon, malinis na siya, hindi mo siya ginalaw, nakatenga siya. Inantay mo lang yung time. By 2028, I'm telling you, yung 4 years na yon, kung maganda, strategic location, na bulol ang person, strategic location ang kanyang location, most probably nag-double, triple, quadruple, and multiply na ang value niya. Yung 1 million worth na property mo 4 years ago would have been 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. Better than buying a car, nagde-depreciate ang value. Better than buying gadgets, na-depreciate ang value. Better than putting your money in things na alam mong it will go to waste. Kaya safest. Maski hindi ka na magnegosyo for now, ilagay mo lang muna yung pera mo habang natatrabaho ka. Wala kasi akong time sa trabaho. Ako pagod na ako. After ng trabaho, uwi na ako. Okay, fine. Then ilagay mo yung sahod mo sa real estate. Para pagdating ng panahon, magre-retire ka na at tumanda ka na sa ayaw at sa gusto mo po, tatanda ka po. 'Di ba? Kahit na may mga pampaganda dyan, banat na yung festlock mo, binotox-botox mo. Still, tatanda ka pa rin. It's a reality. That's why I am appealing especially to OFWs habang nasa abroad kayo, malakas kita nyo, mag-invest po kayo sa real estate property. And then, beach property yung kinuha mo, inantay mo. Dumaan na ang dekada, bata ka pa naman, nasa 30s ka pa naman, 20s ka pa naman. So, hayaan mo lang. Pero habang natatrabaho ka at may mga paunti-unti kang nasa-save up, doon mo na ilagay. Pwede ka nang magpatayo ng transient house. Tapos imaginein mo, yung tinirahan nga namin, 10 ang rooms niya. It's a townhouse type. Okay? 2-story siya. Then, ang isang room niya, kakasya ang 6 to 10 packs. Nasa abroad yung may-ari, nasa Canada. Kaya ang galing ng kanyang mindset. Tapos, yung transient niya may pool. Walking distance sa dagat. Tapos, hindi siya beachfront, guys. Kaya nga, kung ako din kukuha ng beach property, hindi rin ako beachfront. Maganda yung walking, hindi nakadikit mismo sa beach. Pero although may mga properties na nakadikit sa beach. Pero, kung ako, gagayahin ko yon. Perfect business model. Then, may pool siya para yung mga taong ayaw ng dagat, kasi may mga batang medyo sa dagat, dun sila sa pool. But yung mga gusto naman ng dagat, the reason why you go to Baler, right? Then you go to the dagat, no problem. Ngayon, yung transient na yon, kung 10 siya, 5 sa baba, 5 sa taas. 4-5 ang bayad namin dun. At yun na yung cheapest. You go online now and check the transient houses and hotels in Baler. You'll get price like 12,000, 15,000, 17 up. Hotels. Okay? And by the way, mga 2-star hotel lang naman, pareho lang naman. Mag-transient ka na lang, mas cheap. Okay? Now, yung 4-5 niya, lowest price na yun, guys. Imagine mo, kung puno siya, kasi may mga peak season, no? You already have 45,000. One day, guys, one day. So imagine the beauty of that. Rental business, transient house, by the beach. Diba? And it's a lifetime source of income for as long as you live, for as long as your building, your transient house is built. Maintenance na lang, guys. Maintenance. Hindi mo kailangan bantayan. Hindi active source of income yon. Ang tawag doon, passive source of income. Business yon, rental business. Investment yon, kasi may property ka. Perfect. Diba? Ang ganda, day. Ang ganda. So, sabi ko, ini-imagine ko talaga, ay, ang saya. Napakalaki, napakaswerte ng mga clients namin na bumili ng mga beach properties. And by the way, may meron pa po tayong binebentang beach properties. So, if you're thinking and imagining right now what I'm telling you, then you would understand kung ano ang beauty ng real estate investing. And I hope through this video today, kung nanonood po kayo, somehow, sana, eto yung diretsong tumatama sa inyo at naiisip nyo na ang oras po, hindi po babalik. You can never gain back lost time. So, wag mong sayangin yung oras mo. Wag mong i-spend sa mga maling activities or sa mga activities na hindi magbibigay sa'yo ng ROI. You invest your time somewhere to some people na alam mong magkakaroon ka ng magandang purpose. Kasi at the end of the day, iisipin mo, para saan ba to? Para kanino ba to? Paghuhugutan natin ng lakas, always family. Loved ones, family. Loved ones, family. Yun lang po. So, use your time wisely, guys. So, today is Saturday, weekend. Enjoy your weekend with your family. Spend quality time with your family and with your loved ones. Be productive, be wise. Use your time wisely. Bye-bye, everyone. God bless.